Yeah, thanks for letting me know. How is that now? Could you let me know if that's okay? Oh my god. Let me go on my phone. I'll double check with my phone just to make sure that there is audio now. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, that was bad. Yeah, that's great. Thanks for letting me know. Anyways, what was I talking about? Yes, I'm gonna go back to euro dollar. I've already explained the idea. I don't know what you, but let me go over that again. So, what I was trying to say is that the first thing I noticed right here is this support level down here. So if price is about to go back to the upside, because if we look at the 1 hour time frame, there is still room to the upside. Okay, we've got the 38.2 level right here around 1.0580, and this is a level that I talked about in the previous live sessions, pretty much for the past 2 weeks, I would say. So ideally, I want to see the market coming up to that 1.0570 level. Okay, now if that's going to happen, then we could potentially look for continuation trades on the lower time frames, right? So let's say the 15-minute chart is kind of looking decent. Why? Because we've got this support level, so we've got some equal lows. Now ideally, I want to see price slightly breaking below that, right? I believe there are stop loss, maybe even take profit orders down here. But if the market drops a little bit lower, just to take out this previous structure right here, and it then give me that reversal, well, that will be a pretty decent setup for me, because I could then look for continuation trades, or basically to enter long. Now another way to do it is to wait for the market to break above this structure, and then upon a retest, if there is one obviously, you could potentially look for continuation trades. Okay, so this is what we have in euro dollar. This is what I'm going to be looking for. I'm not yet going to be selling, even if there is a massive drop to the downside. Okay, because that could also happen. I mean, we did try to break above this high here on euro dollar, but as you can see, we've got an immediate reaction, and not just a reaction, but a strong rejection of that level. This is the 4 hour time frame. So we tapped into that level, and then within the next couple of candles, we have about 60 pips to the downside. Now, I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to continue to the upside, but this is what I'm going to be looking for. Okay, so one way would be to enter down here, and that would be a better entry, but that's only if we take out that previous structure. If we don't, then I'm going to have to wait for the market to break above the current resistance, and then upon a pullback, I could potentially look for buying opportunity. This is what I have on euro dollar. So moving on to pound dollar, I think my mic was still off while I was talking about pound dollar, so I'm going to go over that one again. But yes, what I was saying was that recently we've had more bullish pressure in pound dollar, which is fine. I personally prefer to trade pound dollar. Most of my trades are on pound dollar, so this is, I kind of hope to always hope to get a better kind of setup on pound dollar. But yes, what I'm essentially looking for is what I expect to see on euro dollar. This is what we have on pound dollar. Why am I saying this? Well, if you look at the 15-minute time frame right here, and again, if you look at the higher time frames first, we do still have more room to the upside, right? Now you could check out the hourly, the 4 hour time frame, but we're breaking above the 38.2 level. So first we did have a reaction right here, so I'm going to delete this alarm that I set up last week. First we did have a reaction of the 38.2, not a really strong reaction, and then after that we easily broke above that level with a strong daily momentum. So I feel like there's going to be a continuation to the upside. I'm not sure for how long or how far up price will eventually go, but like I said, there is still room to the upside, room that could be filled, and probably a setup that we could potentially take advantage of, right? So I'm looking at the 15-minute time frame. What do we have? So first I'm going to drag the fib level just to see whether we are currently testing a certain fib level, and you can see that we are actually testing the 61.8 level. We haven't really broken below that. Now we did have a reaction right here, another one right here, currently trading at the same level again. Are we going to be able to break above that, or basically bounce off of that 61.8 level? But the thing is, we did have previous structure right here around the level of 1.2627, 1.2630, pretty much those equal lows. Now what happened after that? Price took all those orders out, it immediately jumped and it went back to the upside to test the previous highs. Now we've been pretty much trading sideways since then, but I really want to see the market breaking above the current structure. What does that mean? It means that we need to see price coming up here, taking out the high right around 1.2640. Once that happens, this is going to be a confirmation that we're most likely going to continue higher. First targets will be the previous high around 1.2690 and eventually higher. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for here on pound dollar. Now since we've already taken out those previous lows, I will be expecting to see a momentum coming into the market. Now if we manage to get an entry before that momentum comes in, that's perfect, because it's going to take just a little bit of time for price to basically complete 1-to-1 or 1-to-2 on our trade, which means we could then move our stop loss. And these are my favorite setups. You enter a trade right before the momentum comes in, so right after you enter your trade, just a few minutes after that, you're basically 1-to-1. You can now go risk-free if you're uncertain about the setup, right? This is something that I like to do whenever I have the chance to, okay? But definitely euro dollar and pound dollar are on my watch list. Pound dollar currently reacting off the 61.8. So if you look at the 30-minute time frame, it looks all right, okay? So let's see how this 30-minute candle will close. What about the hourly chart? Looks like, well, the hourly chart is still pushing down, right? Now, I wanted to see some rejection wicks down here. But again, this is the 61.8 level. Now, if you're not sure and you can't enter right at that level or right whenever you see the rejection, well, then you can drop down to a lower time frame and you can look for that shift in market structure, okay? Because what we have now is lower highs and lower lows. But once we have a shift in market structure, we start seeing higher highs and higher lows instead, then we can potentially look for trading opportunities. So something like this, for example, right? But you're looking at this on the lower time frames, not only 1 hour chart. So anyways, there are multiple ways that you can enter a certain trade. Obviously, the most important one is to know in what direction the market is actually moving. So I have a long bias, so I'm only going to be looking for long trades. Okay, now moving on to gold. What do we have on gold? Well, we have a resistance up here around the level of 2,952.53. So are we going to break above that resistance? Well, if you look at previous price action and what we had so far, it looks like we're about to break above that resistance, or at least there is a higher probability that this is going to happen. Okay, why? Well, because we've been moving in the same manner for a long period of time. Okay, so we are in a pretty long-term steep and strong uptrend. All right, so I'm looking for a continuation of that trend. Like I said, there is a higher probability that the market will continue moving higher rather than it will actually reverse. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying this is where my bias comes from. Okay, and I have a long bias for this one as well. Now, looking at the 1 hour time frame, all this structure, I really want to see the market taking this out and then coming back upside to the upside. Now, if I see this reversal, this is kind of an A+ setup for me, because I can then use an aggressive stop loss and I can be confident that this would be the right entry. Now, I'm not saying I'm right all of the time, but you don't have to be. In fact, you can be wrong most of the time and only be right a few times here and there, and you can still make money as long as you have a good risk to reward ratio setup. And how do you get those good risk to reward ratio setups is whenever you see those rejection signals, all right? Why? Because you enter a long trade right here on the close of the candle, anywhere around that level. You place your stop loss here, and just for price to reach that previous high, you have positive risk to reward ratio. Right here, we've got at least 1 to 2, okay? But anyways, we'll see how this goes. Now, this is the 1 hour chart. Do I want to have a look at the 15-minute time frame? It doesn't look as good. Even if we get the reversal right around here, I'm still not going to be happy with that entry. So I would much rather prefer to look at the 1 hour time frame, specifically here on gold, for this kind of setup. All right. Now, we're currently taking out this structure. So if we get the reversal anywhere around here, we may miss the entry. But it solely depends on your strategy. Now, if that happens to me, I'm probably going to miss that entry, and I'm totally fine with that. But, you know, there are different types and different styles of trading. So, you know, like I said, you could spread out your risk, and you could try and, catch the bottom. Let's put it that way. So, okay, let's give it a few more minutes, see how it goes. What about the yen cross pairs? Well, both those instruments are currently trading in the range. I'm not really keen on looking for trades here on the yen cross pairs because we're testing previous pretty strong support levels. This is the 4 hour time frame. So we have a major low down here. We have another one down here, and we're currently trading at the lows. So there's no point for me to look for selling opportunities. Do I want to look for buys? Well, I need more confirmation in order to do that. And a confirmation I would consider once price breaks above this support. So I definitely need more price action to decide what I want to do here. But for now, I'm just going to skip those two. Okay. And by the way, if you look at dollar yen, you will see that it kind of looks like it will most likely continue lower. So that makes me think it's probably not the best idea to trade the euro yen or pound yen right now, especially when you have good, decent opportunities on euro dollar and pound dollar. So yes, we'll see how it goes. Have a sip of coffee. And by the way, we don't really have any major news this week. I think there were a couple of events for the US dollar, but nothing really major. So we'll see. I'm expecting kind of a slow price action for the whole week, actually. Probably not any strong momentum moves. But this is absolutely fine. As long as we have a good setup, we just have to follow price action, see what it does. If it gives us what we need to see in order to enter a trade, then we pull the trigger and do it. But you know, this is the power of having a systemized approach to the market, having a specific strategy. Trading becomes more easier and less stressful. You know what you have to do, you know what you have to see in order to enter a trade. If you don't see that, you don't enter a trade. This is probably the hardest part in trading. It's not learning how to actually trade. It's not learning a strategy. It's not backtesting. You know, backtesting takes discipline, but it's not the hardest part. You just have to follow a system. When you have to trade live, you bet live money, you have to deal with your emotions, and not when you do your analysis or before you enter a trade, when you wait for the setup to complete. That's again the easy part. The hardest part is once you enter a trade, and for example, the trade is either, you know, the market is either staying sideways, so you constantly switch from positive to negative territory. Okay, you make money, you lose the money, you make money, you lose the money. And that's when you start wondering whether you should close that trade or not. Or the other way is if you enter a trade and the trade goes against you, but it doesn't take you out immediately, it just trades in negative territory. So again, now you're wondering, do I have to cut my losses, or do I have to wait and see whether the market won't reverse and go back into my favor? All right, this is the hardest part in trading, managing your trades, and together with that, obviously managing your emotions. Now the rest is obviously money management. having the discipline to enter with the right lot size, and obviously analyzing the market, knowing what the market tells you, knowing how to read price action. So if you follow my, if you've seen my previous live sessions, you will see me at the, I mean, most of the time I come in, I look at the market, I lay out my plan, and I may not even enter a trade. But this is how my trading has changed over the years, because before, by the time I open the chart, in the first 10 minutes I can already see a trade, and I would enter that trade, you know. And this is how rookies trade. And it takes some time to kind of learn that, but it's either going to happen when you lose a lot of money, or when you learn from the mistakes from other people. You know, whenever other people have had more experience in the market than you, and they tell you that this is wrong and you shouldn't be doing it, it's probably best if you listen to those people, right? A lot of traders think that, you know, they're supposed to have a trade every single day, or maybe even multiple trades, and that's not the case. I'll tell you what, if you currently have mixed results, so let's say you do make some money but you also lose money, you're maybe break even at the end of the month, or maybe in a small loss, I can assure you, if you start taking less trades, you're gonna have better results. It's just as simple as that. Because when you take less trades, you now pay more attention to what kind of trades you take. Because it's almost like you kind of know that you don't have many chances to get it right, so you start being more picky with your setups, if that makes sense. And when you start being more picky with your setups, you tend to skip the bad setups, or the setups that are not so good, because you know there's going to be a better setup. So you're like, all right, I'm going to miss that one. I'm not going to take that entry. I'm going to wait for a better setup. And that better setup will eventually come, and you're going to feel a lot more confident to enter a trade, because now you've skipped another setup in order to be able to take this one, right? And the market presents a better opportunity to you, so you know, take advantage of that. This is the best way to do it. I literally just told you what is the, if there is a holy grail in trading, well, then that's it. Obviously, using the right money management strategy, knowing how to calculate your lot size, and using the right lot size, so you basically don't over risk or overexpose your, so you're basically not risking 10-20% for each entry, right? Because that's what a lot of people do. This is number one. And obviously number two would be to be able to recognize a good and a bad setup. Yeah, not a lot of people join the live sessions, but I can assure you, I'm giving you the right information to be able to succeed in the market. Hopefully more people will start joining those sessions, because I can really help a lot of people and at least save them money, right? Even if they don't learn and don't become consistently profitable, the people that would watch these sessions will at least not lose that much money. A lot of people are losing money now. Or at least the people that contact us at trendlineforex.com. And by the way, if this is your first time seeing me or this channel, make sure to check out our website as well, trendlineforex.com. We've got free courses. More free courses are on the way. And in fact, we're preparing something for you. So for all of you who want to get funded, you know, we may have a surprise for you pretty soon. That's great, Bulaji. Bulaji? I hope I'm pronouncing this right, but that's great. That's amazing. This is the whole purpose of the live sessions. Because I give out information like this in the premium Telegram channel every single day, right, from Monday to Friday. But I've decided to start doing those live sessions, so hopefully more people come in. Because a lot of people message me and they're like, oh, I haven't got any money, I can't join the premium Telegram channel. Well, then here you are. We're doing a couple of those live sessions a week, so you know, people can still learn. As long as you want to become a trader, you can learn even for free. I mean, there's plenty of information. Just check out my channel. I've got like so many videos, and I post out videos every week as well. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna give it a few more minutes, and then we're gonna check out the 30-minute candles to see how it goes. The first half an hour of the session. I'm gonna watch out for the level around 2,920 here on gold. So put that level on your charts, and we'll see whether the market will reach that level. And if it tap into that level, then we're gonna see how it kind of reacts. All right. What do we have on pound dollar? Okay, it looks like we have a decent reaction. So this is an engulfing 15-minute candle with a rejection to the downside. So this is kind of looking good. Okay. Now what we need to see in order for this move to continue is on the 5-minute time frame. We need to see price forming up a higher low, higher than this previous one, and then obviously breaking above. Now if we have this A, B, C, D pattern, then we can again look at a 15-minute time frame, possibly the 30-minute time frame, and see whether we have a good strong rejection candle. Because if that 4-hour candle, the current one, ends up being a bullish one by the time it closes, well then we may have an opportunity to join the move earlier. Balaji, if you're still watching, where are you from, bro? Now I do like the reaction on the yen cross pairs. So let's check out euro yen. Pound yen is looking good. Same thing on euro yen. Not good enough for an entry yet, but I want to see pound dollar putting up a fight and forming up a higher low. Same pairs as euro analyzing gold, GU, EU. Yeah, this is pretty much what I'm trading most of the time. I may take a trade on another pair, but only if it is a really good setup on the higher time frames. So either the 1 or the 4-hour chart. And then I may look at some other pairs as well. But if we're talking about short-term trading opportunities, it's mainly pound dollar for me. Yeah, this move is kind of slowing down. So first we've got this strong impulse. Then we have a much smaller one. And now we have another one. So we may be forming up a higher low if you look at the, let's say, the 1-hour or the 4-hour chart. This is what I mean. We've got this one, and now we may have another one up here. It's also a retest of this previous structure right here. It is definitely looking decent. Just a simple break and retest trade, but we're trying to get a more precise entry on the lower time frame. And of course we need confirmation. We're not only going to enter just because we think a certain thing is going to happen. All right, just because I think we're going to have another upside leg, I'm not going to enter a trade right away. It may turn out to be a winning position, but it's not what I usually do. Right, half an hour in. Well, right now is definitely not the moment to enter a long trade. So far what I see is that we have a possible rejection and a continuation down. So obviously need to give it a few more minutes. You guys make sure to stay up to date with what we release, because there are a couple of more courses coming out completely free, free of charge. All you have to do is to sign up on our website, trendlineforex.com. So make sure to do that, join the free Telegram channel, and expect news pretty soon. See, I'm even giving away free courses, not just the live sessions. There's literally no reason why a person can't learn how to actually trade. Alright, I definitely need to see a stronger reaction here on gold. I'm really not sure that we're actually going to drop below those previous lows, because if that happens, this is going to be a good setup, and I don't normally expect the market to give me exactly what I'm waiting for. It doesn't happen often, right? But if we see something like this and then we come back with a strong bullish momentum, that's going to be great. It could still happen. I mean, this is not a reversal yet, so we may easily continue to the downside. Okay. In case we do, I'm going to place my fib retracement level or two. And then we could potentially see, well, the 61.8 looks really decent. It's going to give us the best entry level, right? Because if we get something like this and then we get the reversal, we're going to be able to use this stop loss. Even though this one is a bit more conservative and makes a little bit more sense. But depending on what kind of reaction we get around the 61.8, if we come down here, we may use an aggressive stop loss. Now, even if price only comes back to retest the previous highs, we're still going to have a positive risk to reward ratio on this setup. Is that going to happen? I'm not sure. But considering how strong of a trend we have on gold, we may just continue higher right away. If that happens, then I'm probably not going to take a trade. All right, euro dollar is still trading within that range. Same on euro pound and pound, euro yen and pound yen. So that's why I'm not looking for trades. We're pretty much trading in between the same levels. So at least for now, it looks like the market doesn't even know what it wants to do. We've got a lot of indecision, testing highs, testing lows, and I'm not a trader who likes to trade within a range. I prefer to trade in a certain direction. So I need a breakout on euro yen or pound yen. So technically we're taking out previous structure right here on gold, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm not looking to enter a trade now. Although it looks like we may close above this structure right here. So if it does, this is going to be a kind of a stronger signal. Looks like we are seeing some rejection down here. Now, if you look at the 15-minute time frame, if price continues to the upside, technically this is a higher low. Doesn't look like one if you look at the 5-minute time frame, but that's because that's where price closed. But if you see at the lowest point of this previous low, it was all the way down here, just around 1.2605. Now this one around 1.2611. So technically this is a higher low, higher than this previous one. Obviously I don't really like what we have here, but that's why a break above the most recent highs will kind of give us more confirmation. Right, still looking at price action. See, euro dollar doesn't look as good as pound dollar. Like I said, we usually have more strength in pound dollar, or at least recently that's what we've seen. All right, so far so good here on gold. The audio should be fine. I did have an issue with the audio when I started the session, but that was like 40 minutes ago. So I think it should be fine now. If you can confirm, then that's fine. That's perfect. But I think you should be able to hear me. Alright, so I'm still observing price action here on pound dollar. I like what I see so far, but ideally I want to see price trading above all that structure. So as long as we break above that, we can then again look for a higher low, so we can potentially look for an upside continuation. For now, it's just an idea. We need more confirmation. Okay, so I'm not. So don't they take this as a trade signal or an entry signal right now. Yes, gold is looking good as well. So let's see. Now, if you look to the left, we've seen plenty of times where gold gathers some upside momentum and it then goes back. Now, like I said in the beginning of the session, ideally I wanted to see the 1 hour time frame giving me the same setup that we currently have on the 15-minute time frame. So I wanted to see price trading below that structure, but I know there isn't a lot of chance that this is actually going to happen. So if you look at the 15-minute chart, we did take out this previous structure, and it looks like we're now gathering momentum, which I usually want to see as soon as we take out some previous structure. So this setup is kind of looking good. Okay, we were trading below this structure on the 15-minute time frame. So let's see. In that case, I would like to see price pushing a little bit higher and then coming back to form a higher low. And if that happens, then I could potentially look for an entry in that case. All right. So, for example, we may have a break and retest pattern here. And if I get a good entry signal, then I could potentially take advantage of that. So that's what we have on gold, and pound dollar is the other one. Euro dollar doesn't look as good, and I'm also gonna skip the euro yen and pound yen for now. So it's mainly just GU and gold. But I'm not rushing with my entries. I'm definitely not rushing with my entries. Guys, if this is your first time joining these live sessions or stumbling upon my channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I do one of those sessions a couple of times per week, and we also have a free Telegram channel, so make sure to check out the links below the video, below the stream. Join the free Telegram channel. That's where you will get notified about everything that we do. And like I said earlier in the session, we're about to release another 2 completely free trading courses. So stay tuned. They're coming out soon. Oops, excuse me. So do you guys currently have any trades, any open trades, or any other setups that you look at apart from gold, pound, dollar, and the ones that I'm going through? Anybody looking at dollar yen, for example? Recently, we had a pretty strong move to the downside, but if you look at the daily time frame, I really can't take an entry down here. Potentially a long entry, but not right now, obviously. As long as we see those rejections continuing here on pound dollar, there's no point to enter a long trade. All right, we want to see a strong move. We want to see that the market confirms our idea. If it doesn't, we don't enter a trade. It's as simple as that. See, we need to see something similar to what we have on gold. All right, nice move on gold. Not much going on here on the rest of the pairs. Pound dollar still has a potential to continue higher. But obviously we need to see more price action. We need to see more momentum coming in. But from now on gold, we could potentially look for a higher low. However, if there is a strong momentum that takes price back down to the previous lows or the most recent low, then that probably means we're going to continue lower on the 1 hour chart, which also means I'm going to go back to my original idea where I'm looking for price to take out all this structure right here to then eventually reverse. But overall, we're only looking for long positions. There's literally no point to look to sell, at least not for now. Obviously, if you want to stay updated on not just those 4 instruments, but also quite a few more, we also have a premium Telegram channel. This is where every single day I'm sending out 10-minute long videos, updates on all of our setups, target levels, potential stop loss levels, and so on. So if you think this is going to help your trading, which I'm sure it will, well, then you can join the premium Telegram channel. Just go over to our website, trendlineforex.com, and you can request access from there, or you can also join the free Telegram channel and you can just send us a message. But if you need more information, it's all on our website. Like I said, trendlineforex.com. There is a page that explains what's included in the premium Telegram channel. So if you open up trendlineforex.com, just go over to premium analysis right here, and then all the information is included, how you get the videos, when do you get them, and so on and so on. There's also I believe a couple of videos here that you can check out with results from our premium Telegram channel. And we also have a free one as well. So instead of premium, you click on free, you can join the free Telegram channel. So yes, a lot of valuable information, even in the free channel, right? You guys, I think I'm gonna end the session here. I'm still gonna be, just keep an eye on those setups. You know what we expect to see. You know what we need to see in order to enter a trade. For now, gold is moving up and it's moving well, so it may actually continue higher from current price levels. So watch out for this, and if there is a reversal and a momentum to the downside, well, then just switch over to the hourly chart and look for price to take out those lows to then eventually reverse, right? So this is definitely a really good setup if that happens. But looking at the 1 hour time frame, at least the first hour of the session, it's looking pretty decent, right? So we may actually see a continuation higher here on gold. And then we may have a potential reversal on pound dollar. So this is again something else that I'm going to be looking for. We need to see price taking out some previous structure in order to potentially find a long trade. But I think I'm going to end it here. Thanks everyone who joined. Thanks everyone in the chat as well. Like I said, check out all the links below this stream. Check out all the links below this video. Join the free Telegram channel. Visit our website, trendlineforex.com. And definitely do not forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you know every time I drop a new video, right? There are going to be more videos coming out, not just live sessions. And like I said, there are a couple of more completely free of charge courses coming out on our website pretty soon. So they're going to be announced once they're out and live and available for you to watch. They're going to be announced in the free Telegram channel. So make sure to join. And I'll see you in the next video, in the next session, whatever. Be wise, be smart. Don't over risk on your account. In fact, try and be more conservative. And I guarantee your trading is going to bring better results. I'll see you guys next time.